Hey, Shalom Israel. It's Nashville, Tennessee. We hosting the Blackout Cookout under Commander Jerry Yohana, man. The ISUPK is inviting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. July the 2nd through the 5th. You gotta be here. If you're not here, you're not trying to black your city out, because we are. Shalom.
Nobody comes to the cookout. Every time I hear about it, I just think they coming. And then now I feel like they not. I keep on getting mad about that. And I feel like they not even coming. And now we over there saying no on what it
Oh,
Nobody coming to the cookout.
why you say that?
Because they come about work.
Nah, man, don't think like that, man. Look, it's Thursday, scripture breakdown. Jeremiah Hyman coming down here. He gonna be at the school teaching from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then after that, it's game night. Everybody gonna be at the school playing all kind of different games, Uno, PlayStation, Street Fighter, all that, right? Brothers gonna step out after that, but then Friday, we're gonna be feeding people from 10 to 2. We're gonna feed our people at JC Napier in university. So we're gonna do a food and clothing drive. After that, family day. On top of during family day also, we're gonna have a sisters tea party. So everybody's coming to that. And at the family day, it's gonna be bowling, movies, it's gonna be a restaurant in there, arcade, and that's just the start. Saturday is the cookout, the blackout cookout. It's at 1 o'clock to 6. Everybody coming down here.
Oh, sir, I'm very happy now.
You good?
I'm very happy now.
That's what's up, man. Let's go help our brothers, all right?
All right, come on.
All right, my man.
Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide. There's a ride on the spaceship.
All right, Shalom Israel. This the ISUPK, star of the One West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We've been established since 1969, and since 1969, we've been teaching so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true history, heritage, and culture according to the Bible. This is Thursday night scripture breakdown class. Before I start, anybody got any questions? First of all, give the Nashville, Tennessee Blackout Cookout a hand. Make sure you get your tickets. It's like not your tickets, but make sure you book your rooms. The last day for reservations is June 2nd. That's the last day you're gonna be able to get the deal that we got for the size and quality room that we got. Other than that, you got to pay full price or book somewhere else. So I advise you jump up on it sooner rather than later. You got until June 2nd. Yeah, it's going down here in Nashville, y'all. It's gonna be crazy. Right? We got a kickball tournament I found out about, and we got a domino tournament during game night. Brothers gonna bring the PS5, so if brothers want to get spanked on Madden, they can get spanked on Madden. They want to get spanked in fighting games, they can play me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let them have it. You know what I'm saying? So before I start though, anybody got any questions? Go ahead.
Talking about that, Exodus chapter 3, verse 8 is where I start to the land of the nation.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty simple. I ain't even got to go to that. But so you let's go to it. Let's read it. What do you think it is, though? After you read, I want you to tell me. What verse you said? Exodus what?
Chapter 3, verse 8.
Go ahead, you can read it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good and large, a good land and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey,
Mm-hmm.
unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites.
What do you think it's talking about when it says the land of milk and honey? Go ahead.
I don't even certainly that it's just but I don't know. Now for the truth of country, it's saying no for nourishment and I just sweetness and joy and happiness.
To an extent, you can look at it that way, right? So the milk is what we give you in the truth. The milk is the truth. The milk is the most basic necessities for survival, right? But then the honey is the glory, the how can I explain this? It's like the blessings of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The honey is when we was in Jerusalem after King David established the city of David, it was nothing but prosperity. But when you get to Solomon's reign, that's when you saw the honey, right? With David, it was just the milk. We was good, we was surviving, we was thriving in our own place. But when you get to Solomon's reign, we gotta kill that fly. When you get to Solomon's reign, that's when you start seeing us do trade with different world powers and different nations and everything. We had our own navy, our own military fleet, everything. You know what I'm saying? That was the honey when we started really prospering. We was wealthy as hell. You know what I'm saying? That's the honey, right? But that's what it is. That's the milk and honey. And bro, is that your only question? Okay, let's get into it, right? The question is, what's the solution? Can I get? Oh damn! Is it too late for me to send you the? Can you pull up the videos that we put in the chat, the articles and stuff that I put in the Shamar chat, the National Shamar chat? You can do it though. When you come back in here, go ahead set the little table up and do it. But yeah, so the question is, what's the solution? That's the top of the class, right? Because every time I teach class, I'm always talking about the suffering that we endure. That ultimately is the solution. But what's the ultimate solution for us getting out of this captivity? What is it going to take? You had an answer? Good.
It's going to take all 10 tribes of Israel. And even by the law statutes.
Hmm.
Also,
That's acknowledgement of sin, yeah. But what else? That's the priest. That's the reason why we're having this class right now, because there's another step. There's another thing that we have to do. So I'm gonna give you some examples, and you tell me if you can see what I'm talking about in these examples, right? Back in the '70s, uh, they pushed homosexuality into the black community real heavy, right? That's when you start seeing men wear uh them long low cut shirts and the midriff shirts and skin tight pants and stuff. That's when you really start first seeing it in the black community. Yeah, excuse me, and it was accepted, right? Now they pushed that on us, and then once we got to a certain age, that was just the norm. That stopped being pushed on us. Then they start putting it in the music and pushing it to the younger generation. And the younger generation. Fast forward now, here we are in 2026, and our children are have the right to choose whether they want to be homosexual or not. Are you following what I'm saying? What do you think I'm saying? Good.
but I think the saying is, it sounds like not choosing to do.
It's more than that. What I'm saying is way, way more than that. What I'm saying is instead of targeting you, once you conform to what they want, now the target shifts to the youth, the younger generation. And it's like they, throughout the passage of time, they just keep going younger and younger and younger. That's the problem. So the other thing that we have to do outside of us following the law, statutes, and commandments, we have to teach our children to do so. Right? Let me go get some precepts on that, right? So let's go first to Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 6. The table is in, I think. Well, yeah, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 6.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
They should be in thine heart now. So this is the Most High talking to all of the adults in Israel. Well, through Moses, but talking to the adults in Israel, right? Coming out of Egypt. Keep reading.
Verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
Unto who?
Unto thy children.
Also, we have to teach them unto our children. So we're going to learn the truth. We're going to lock this into our hearts, meaning into our minds and our spirits. And then we have to teach it to our children. Only then will the Lord turn our captivity. Keep reading.
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way. So
now it's telling us how we're supposed to ingrain this into our children. It starts off, we have to, the same way white supremacy is making it to where homosexuality and alternative lifestyle choices are easily and readily accessible. Yahba Shemel Shabbat or Yahba Shemel Shabbat Yahba Shemel Shemel Shabbat. But we see how the same way the white supremacy is making it easily accessible for our children to be alternative lifestyle. You got it. The same way they all pushing it on our children, we have to push the truth on our children. Call out where you at so they can get back to where we are. Real quick, do y'all have any questions? Y'all to what? You used to have questions all the time. You are open. Okay.
What's the difference between sin and law?
Between a sin is something unlawful? Nothing. If it's unlawful, it's a sin, flat out. Now there is a difference between where there's a verse that says where there is no law, there is no sin. That doesn't make something there's no law against. It's not unlawful. There's no sin against doing it either. We were just talking about this earlier. But Paul also said that not all things that are unlawful. He said all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. Right? What do you think that means?
Okay. That's what you just said.
All things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. What does that mean? What does the first part of that mean? All things are lawful. What does that mean?
That all things are lawful.
No, all things are lawful. What does that mean? Can you just do whatever you want? Can you eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster? But Paul said all things are lawful. What does it mean? Why can't I eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster? Because Paul said all things are lawful. So what is Paul saying when he's saying that all things are lawful? Okay. What Paul is saying when he says all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. He's talking about what we're talking about, where there are things that there are no laws written about. Those are all things. Those things are all lawful because they're not unlawful. It's unlawful if there's a law written against doing it. But as the Paul literally said, where there is no law, there is no sin. But just because you can do something, don't mean you should do something. I'm gonna give you the same example I gave a young brother earlier. If I'm out, if I park my truck outside, right, and one of these bikers drunk crash their motorcycle into my truck, am I wrong for going out there and putting my hands on them? Is it unlawful for me to do that? No, it's not, not at all. Christ said an eye for an eye. Would y'all not know this? It's crazy. He said the same thing. No, it's not unlawful at all. Violence committed against the brother who committed violence against you was not unlawful. A trespass against you was not unlawful. But uh, I don't have to do that. It's not expedient that I do that. Because if I put my hands on that brother out there and he's drunk, what's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? He got all his bike buddies out there. It's gonna be another issue later on. It's gonna make a much more violent, much worse scenario, much worse situation, right? So it's better for me not to do the lawful thing, which I can do. By law, I can do. Should I do it? No, it's not expedient. So I just go back to what you was talking about. You asked me if what's the difference between lawful and sorry, like it. What's the difference between unlawful and sin? Unlawful things are sin. If you commit an unlawful act, that's a sinful act. It's the same thing. But if you do something that there ain't no law about, that's not a sin because there ain't no law. But that don't mean you should do it.
Why would you want to say, they be like, it's not, it's, they be like, it's not a lawful, but they're like, it's not a sin. What is that? I was discussing the other day, and he was like, it's not lawful, it's not unlawful. He said it's not lawful, but it's a sin. What he said, it's not a sin. No, he said it's not a sin, but it's unlawful.
What was the context?
He said, the movie said, what it is.
He said it's not unlawful,
No, he said it's not a, he said it's not a sin,
but it's
but it's
unlawful.
unlawful. And I was like, what's the difference of it not being a sin, but it's unlawful? I was watching a class. He was like, it's not a sin, but it's unlawful. And I was like, what's the difference?
There is no difference. If he said that, then most likely he was meaning that there ain't no law written about it. There's no real word to say just that. You know what I'm saying? That there ain't no law written about it. You just have to say that whole phrase. So he probably meant that and he said that. But literally by definition, unlawful is sin. Anything that's what's transgression mean?
Transgression.
Mm-hmm.
Transgression.
What's transgression mean? Right. What is unlawful? What is wicked? What's like what is sin? It's all the same. All three of those things mean the same thing. They all mean breaking the law. Unlawful, sin, transgression, they all mean breaking the law. But
Why did they say it to them?
that's
You did say the same thing.
that's what I'm saying. So if a brother said that, that means that they misunderstood the use of that word. But that there is no one word that you can say to say something to say things are lawful. Sorry, to say that there's no law written about it, so it's not unlawful. That's not a sin. There's no one word that you can use. So the most common, you know what I'm saying, logical thing would be to use this word that would use the word unlawful to explain it, because there's no law written about it. Technically, I guess that is correct because unlawful, technically, if there ain't no law written about it, not in the law. You know what I'm saying? So you could say that, but I wouldn't. Though. I wouldn't say that because you could confuse people. Because unlawful means it's a sin. Good.
What about in the context of Christ is saying, if you even look at a woman who's married to us, you are committing adultery tonight.
Yeah, that's a sin. Yeah, but you still committed the adultery in your mind. You lusted after another brother's woman. That's a sin. What is that? The fourth commandment? Don't covet your neighbor's goods. That's what that is. You committed the sin just by looking at her and thinking about having sex with her, looking or even thinking about her in a sexual way. Go ahead.
See how some women how they dress. You know what I'm saying? Like summertime.
It's a precept.
Shit, lotion up. You got something skinky on, this and that, third, come around the corner, she coming up, and everything, like it's all the thing.
Exactly. It's like your sister had her hand up first.
So, so do you think, if you think of like if you think of something and you don't act on it, it's still a sin, even though you don't act on it?
You sinning in your flesh, in your spirit. I mean, when you do that, you got to learn to tame your mind. You got to control your mind. All the battle. Commander Johanna said the battle with the demon starts in your mind. It starts with that thought, that voice in your head. Damn, she thick. That's my brother's rib. Damn, she got for that. Or that's your husband's brother. He handsome, cute, he tall. That's the demon in your head. That's where the battle starts. So when you listen to that voice, you steadily thinking about it, you're sinning in your spirit. You sinning in your mind.
What if you like, what if you like, it ain't got nothing to do with it. What if you like, you know, like you can be feeling in something like not good coming your head and you could be like, I would do that, or you be like, I'm not.
That's how you're supposed to be. That's you.
Okay.
The demon's attacking you. You're seeing it. You're acknowledging it. You're correcting it. You're stopping it.
Okay.
I shouldn't be thinking about that. You don't think brothers see other brothers' ribs and like, damn, she thick. You can't think that way. You gotta. No, that's my brother rib. As soon as you see her, look away. That's my brother rib. You know what I'm saying? Or look at him. Go ahead.
And I understand that. Trying to get like, okay, what about the example? I talked the other day, I'm trying to help us.
Mhm.
What about the example of Christ? Like, I said, you not into a brother. I'm paraphrasing. Law says not into a brother, whatever you are. I said, you think if you're mad at him without a just cause, you already sent you in the Daniel. You know what I'm saying? It's a paraphrase. I got my
If it says anything like what you're saying, then that's where you're committing the sin at right there, is being angry at him without a just cause.
Matthew 5.
All of a sudden, now y'all niggas don't know the Bible. Now y'all got questions. That's what I'm talking about. That's good. That's why this class is important, so we can break these things down. Go ahead. Sure, whenever the sister gets there. I like that, man. That ain't tequila, bro. That's Jack. That's whiskey. They're lying. It's a lie, kid. The buzz ain't even a tequila buzz, bro. That's whiskey. Yeah. You got it, sis? Here. I think she got it.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill.
Mm-hmm.
And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment.
Okay.
Verse 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a
Stop right there. Stop right there. So that first part, 21, what is that talking about right there? When it says you thou shalt not kill, is that so this is where the language translation causes a problem, right? In the Hebrew, the word that's written there means murder. It doesn't mean kill. It's unlawful killing. It means murder. Thou shalt not murder, right? Now read verse 22.
I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause.
Now that's the most important part. Without a cause, unjust anger at your brother. Keep reading.
Danger, judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the count.
Keep going.
Or whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
So the difference, there ain't no difference. What this is saying is the same thing what it says in the law. Christ is saying that If you are angry at your brother without a reason, it's the same thing as if you committing murder, killing somebody without a reason, committing murder. That's all murder. That's the difference between killing and murder. Murder is when you kill somebody without a reason, an unlawful murder, unlawful killing. But it's not unlawful to kill because the Lord sent us to kill everybody in Jericho. We wiped all them out and everybody between there and Jerusalem until we started losing during the time of Joshua. And then after that, we started winning again. So it's not talking about just killing in general. It's talking specifically about committing murder. That's why the next verse it talk about being angry at your brother without a reason. It's not unlawful for you to be mad at your brother. Paul got mad at Apollos. I think that's what it was. He got mad at him over bringing Timothy with him. So they had their words and then they separated. They was angry at each other. Was that unlawful? No. What was unlawful? What would have been unlawful is if it wasn't for no reason and Paul just snapped off on his brother for no reason. That would have been unlawful because there's no reason. There was no reason for him to be at odds. But
Explain to me the last thing in the 22.
well, whosoever, which part? Read it.
Yeah, that shall be in danger of hellfire. What is the hellfire?
What is hell?
The mind
It's a condition,
the condition.
right? So if the Lord judges us by our actions, we get heaven if we do well, or we get hell if we out committing all types of abominable sins. All sin is abominable to the Most High. You know that, right?
Mhm.
So if we hate our brother without a cause, what are you in danger of?
The hellfire.
Exactly. You're in danger of the judgment that comes from the Most High, which means your life about to get real hard. He about to afflict you with all type of things so he can correct you because you hating your brother without a reason. It's just like committing murder. He's gonna afflict you for committing murder against a brother. Matter of fact, a great way to understand this, right? I think it's one of them articles that's in the chat about that brother that's wanted for murder. It's the exact same thing. He's wanted right now for murder, for killing people, other black people, his brothers, his sisters, whoever. I don't remember what the article was about, but he's wanted for murder. That same thing is true about hating your brother. He hated his brother without cause, so he murdered his brother. It's all the same thing. Christ is giving you the spirit of what he's saying.
But if it's cause, it's justified. If you dislike somebody,
Say somebody broke into your house and Zabak killed that nigga for trying to protect you. That's not murder. But if Zabak see a nigga walking down the street and he think he looked at you and he killed that nigga, that's murder. You can't do that because you're not actively doing nothing. Go ahead.
So when I was talking this, it was on the spirit of the law letter. Right?
Mhm.
So I'm asking this, what's the difference in this spirit of the law letter? I just thought,
By the letter of the law, it says what it says in the law that thou shalt not kill. It don't give you no explanation of what it's really saying. The spirit of this is that if you're angry, if you kill somebody for no reason, that's where you in sin, and you prepare for the judgment that come after. That's why Christ said, "But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment." What is the judgment? The judgment is whatever judgment comes from murdering a person. You're in danger of that judgment, experiencing that judgment because they don't tell them what you're gonna do because you're angry at that brother without a cause. What's the next step after being mad for no reason? You're gonna act on that anger for no reason. Go ahead.
killing can be lawful, but murder is unlawful killing.
Murder is never lawful. Killing can be lawful. We make lawful kills in the sacrifices throughout in Leviticus.
So when we keep on murder, not like it's like you, it's like some people confuse on it. They're like, well, you can't kill when you can tell we're doing it, the not saying you can take living the truth, and then they're like, but y'all can't kill.
If a nigga, if
Like, it really said, that's not murder, right?
yeah, in the Hebrew, that's what it says. Give me what is that? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1 in the Apocrypha. Somebody give me I need an Apocrypha. No, you keep that because you need to see this. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. This gonna explain everything what I'm trying to explain to y'all. You got two? No sign Christ. It's the epilogue to the Wisdom of Solomon. The prologue, I mean, Salakia. It's the very, very, very beginning. Hold on. Is it Wisdom of Solomon? You got a 1611, brother? Let me see it. It's not in here. It's not a. We have went through this. I thought it was in Wisdom of Solomon, but it might be in Ecclesiasticus. But I'm pretty sure. Oh, I think it is in Ecclesiasticus. Yeah, because it was talking about the brother talking to his son. Yeah. Ecclesiasticus. Yeah, it's the Ecclesiasticus. All right, so where is it at? Oh, he got it highlighted. Most High Christ, brother. Read that. You already know what I was talking about. So go to if the in the Apocrypha. Is it in there? It's in the beginning of Ecclesiasticus, the very, very beginning. Hold on, sister, go to it real quick. In the book of Ecclesiasticus, in the very, very beginning, the prologue. Yep, I see it. Do you see it right there? It says whereas at the very beginning. If you read down, you'll see where it says what's the first word in the highlight?
For the same things.
So stop. So if you read down, skim through it towards like the third quarter of the verse of the paragraph. You see where it says for the same things? Yeah. All right, go ahead, start reading. You see it's about. You got it, Kanaka. Go ahead, read it, brother.
For the same things uttered in Hebrew
Mm-hmm.
and translated into an other tongue have not the same force in them. And not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language.
You see what I'm saying? So in the English, and this is the key KJV, it's why people kill me when they say this a translation. They actually openly admit that because the way English works, it don't translate what it's actually saying in the Hebrew. Every word, there's not a word in English for every word that there is in Hebrew. The water, brother, I appreciate you. So in the English, it says thou shalt not kill. But in the Hebrew, that word for kill, the definition it is using for the kill is murder. It's unlawful killing. And that's why it says that with Christ talking about you being angry with your brother without reason, you're angry at him without without a reason to be angry at him. It's the same thing as you killing somebody without a reason to kill them. You get what I'm saying? That makes sense, can I kill it?
Yeah, no, I didn't know. I didn't know. Then it said same thing you said about
Yeah, it does.
I was seeing Christ and the spirit of it.
So without Christ explaining it this way, the only thing you have, if you don't have the Hebrew, you just see thou shalt not kill. That's all you have. You don't have the spirit of why he's saying that. That's why he broke it down and gave you the example of you being angry with your brother without a reason. He giving you the spirit of why that law says what it says. The same thing as you killing somebody without a reason. But without the law, without Christ, all you have is the letter of the law, which says thou shalt not kill. You know. The thinking that way, matter of fact, is why you got the brothers during the time of Mattathias that didn't want to go to war on the Sabbath. Because the Sabbath, the law that we're not supposed to do no work on the Sabbath. Warring on the Sabbath is what they considered work. So they wouldn't want to do that, right? But that's not the right way. If they didn't have the spirit of it, Mattathias had the spirit of it, but them brothers was living by the letter of the law. Now, if I had said, no, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna war, we're gonna fight, and we're gonna win because we are oppressed. Hey, cut that fan on, Bobby Bashar, the air on, I mean, Bobby Bashar. Does it make sense? You 12. Most High in Christ. Let's go to the video with the brother. Can you, or the article rather? Can you get to it? Yeah, is there a video we can play? If not, then you just read a little bit. It's short. Yeah, you can just read it. But this article with this brother is an example of what Christ is talking about and what we was just talking about.
Tennessee Bureau of Investigations Post update. The queries lax in custody. Tennessee's most wanted alert has been issued for 18-year-old Aquarius Lack. He is wanted by the TBI for first-degree murder and perpetration of a crime, 6 counts of attempted first-degree murder, 6 counts of employing a firearm intent to go armed, 6 counts of aggravated assault, use or display deadly weapon, tampering with evidence, reckless endangerment, deadly weapon involved, Lexus 57110.
You don't need all that. But that just go to show, you see the slew of charges they about to hit this brother with. That's the danger. That's read that last part of that verse. Whoever was reading it, Matthew 5 and 22. Read the last part of that verse. Good. The but whosoever.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rock, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say thou fool shall be in danger of hellfire.
That's the hellfire right there. The Lord let the white man put all them charges on that brother because of how he murdered somebody, tried to murder a bunch more people, and the Lord let all them charges hit this nigga. Now he on the run. He's living in the hellfire right now. That's what that means. But all of that could have been avoided though, had he not hated his brother in his heart. Had he not hated a brother for no reason. No reason is a reason to kill your brother. Unless you're defending yourself, obviously. But there's other than that, there's no reason to kill another brother or a sister. But that's what he wanted to do, and that's what the Lord allowed to happen. Let's go back to my class actually. What is the solution? What is the solution? How do we fix the problem? What is the problem? Why does that happen? How does that happen? Good. How, specifically that brother. Let's just focus on him. How did that happen? How did he get there? How do you think he got there? We don't know his actual life situation, but how do you think what led to that happening? Nobody's angry for no reason, so how do you get angry? All of what you just said is true. You gonna say something? Good.
I heard a young brother got like that. It's like kind of falls back on our black leaders. You know what I'm saying? We talk to people in the same family home with his brothers. We going to the street. She lost control of him by him giving to the street. Just had something spirit on him that he didn't want to type of stuff. Everybody really reached out to the young brother. So by him coming to the street, you felt like you had a reputation of hope.
Exactly. All of what you just said, both of what y'all said is absolutely true. The problem is that his leaders, the people who were supposed to be teaching him, did not teach him the law. That's the solution. The solution is that we follow the law and we teach our children to follow the law. Because we can follow the law all day. But if the world got a hold of our children, then we're gonna stay in captivity. Christ ain't got no reason to come back because we ain't stopping the problem at the root. We have to protect our children from the world, right? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 6 and 6. Matter of fact, let's go to Deuteronomy 4 and 9. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 9. All Akim and all Parthian habits. Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligent,
Mhm.
lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen.
Don't forget the things that you've seen. It's about you done been through all type of trouble in your years of life. Don't forget the things that you've seen, even though you in the truth. Don't forget the things that you've seen, the things that you've experienced in life. Those are things that mold you and shape you into who you are. Those are things. Those traumas are things that's supposed to be able to push you closer to the Most High. Suffering makes us better. Through suffering, we get pulled closer to the Most High. Keep reading.
And lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
We have to teach our children and our children's children. That's the only solution to fix the problems that we experience. The oppression that we experience, the hate, the self-hatred that we experience. That brother murdered one person, however many people, and got hella attempted murder charges because he hates his own people. Because, like Zabak said, like you said, he wasn't raised right. Wasn't nobody teaching him the things he was supposed to be learning. What was he supposed to be learning? The things that we experience in the streets ourselves. The things not to do. He ain't have that. Like you said, likely that brother's father wasn't in his life. He was raised most likely by a single mother. So all he knows is to react out of emotion. He don't know that there's a man's way to react to certain situations that don't require you to commit violence against a brother. You can have flat out angry, aggressive, heated words with a brother. You ever seen two men argue about Mike and LeBron? That shit get hot. You feel me? But it don't come to blows. It don't come to fuck you, I hate you. It don't come to that. But brothers do get heated and say all type of crazy stuff and make outlandish allegations on each other, brothers, on each other's character. But that's how men handle the disputes through words, through logic and reasoning, not through flat out violence, not when ain't necessary. But that's what that brother did. Keep reading.
Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb, when the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together.
Gather me who?
Gather me people together.
Did he just want the adults?
Gather me people together.
Did he just want the men?
Gather people.
He wanted all of Israel, the men, the women, the adults, the children, the elderly, the young, all of us together. Keep reading.
And I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me in all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children.
That's the point. That's the solution to everything that's wrong. We could end the class if I didn't have to teach a full class. That's the whole point of the class. That's the whole point of our existence here in the earth. It's to serve the Most High and teaching our children how to do it. We see the results of not doing it. We got brothers like that. Is there another? The other article wasn't nothing like that. Was it was white people, wasn't it? What is it about? Play that one too. Good. Cause that go back to what you was talking about.
Flip. Flip. I was at the slave. I want to say that one. But my slave, I got time to look at my phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen rewiring. It was flip. I seen rewiring. They got 3 life sentences. Plus 275 years.
For what?
I think it was on the right. And looking at this right here,
See?
looking at this right here, that brother got one count for murder. He got 6 counts. I'm gonna speak on me. You got 6 counts on attempt murder. White supremacy would give you more time for attempt murder than really unalive something. Them 6 counts, he's looking at. For each count, he's looking at about 20 years of death.
Yep.
Just off of them 6 counts. And what they might do to him, they might run it concurrent instead of running it consecutive. Because if you run it like concurrent, that if you get a 15-year sentence and you get a 20-year sentence,
They're gonna run them together.
they can bind it together off of the term. But the second degree is that
You gonna
you
do
have
one
15
and then do the other.
years. So that's why it's sad to me to see that how our black politicians, our preachers, this and that, so they don't go back and speak. And looking at this right here, whatever church his mother go to, set aside from what trouble he in, they still gonna want her to pay her tithe.
Exactly. She can go to them and ask them for Slocky. Would you finish?
Come.
She can go to them and ask them for bond money. They're gonna say, "Well, you ain't been paying your tithes, Sister Sherry.
Thank
You behind X amount of months." That brother is in real danger of death from white supremacy. Let alone the Lord just letting it happen to him because of what he done. But the problem starts with them. They're the one that was supposed to raise him to stop that from happening. They're so worried about getting their money though that they're not really investigating what's going on with his brother. They're so worried about having sex with his mother. There's a precept about that. Damn it. They're so worried about having sex with his mother that they ain't worried about what's going on with that brother and what his mind is looking like, what his life is looking like. They just want his mother. They want her money. They don't care about him. And so now you go commit this act and they can't even go back and blame the church because the church got immunity. It wasn't I didn't tell him to go do that. You didn't tell him not to. You know what I'm saying? Even if you said don't commit murder, you didn't tell him not to do it. He didn't hear that. He hear you on the pulpit talking. Where are you at in the moments when they matter though? When he's really fighting the demon in his head right then and there, he can't pick up the phone and call you because you ain't gonna answer the phone, or you gonna ask him, give him some vague bull crap. I'm gonna pray for you, brother. Don't do that, brother. You ain't gonna talk to him and get his mind off of that demon, help him fight that battle. That's what the problem is. But the solution is the opposite. You got that? Good night. Yeah, go ahead.
The Metro Nashville Police Department is searching for the suspect in a shooting that left 2 people dead and another injured at the Antioch gas station in mid-May.
Mm-hmm.
MNPD said Edgar Saul Beltran Jr., 20, is wanted on a criminal homicide warrant for the fatal shooting of Eliza L. Hatcher, 19, on May 17th. An exchange of gunfire occurred at a gas station on Bell Road, night of May 17th, during what police believe was a meeting for a gun transaction.
You can stop right there. They was meeting for a gun transaction. First of all, y'all see the trend? These are both cases. This brother and the brother he shot, and also the other brother, they all young. They all under 20 and under. That's why it's important for us to catch this when they're young. We got to be involved in our children's lives when they're young. You start seeing them sneaking around, lying behind your back, doing all type of moving weird. You need to stop that. Get involved. Say something. Make them become your child's enemy. Make them hate you. That's what's gonna protect them. Go ahead, Zabak.
Why? Proverbs 22:6.
Let's go to it. The young man still turning slucky. Go ahead, Zabak.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Right? Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
It said, train up a child in the way that he should go so that when he's old, he won't depart from it. Does that mean you tell him once, twice, tell him in passing, and then that's just that? No, you training him. When you see him veering from the path, you correct him and put him back on that path. You see him doing stuff behind the dark, in the dark or behind closed doors, you stop him, you bring him back on the path. You have to stay on his ass, especially young boys. Young girls, they get hot in the ass, and you know what I'm saying. But that's not a small thing. I'm not trying to make that light, but I'm saying that it's easier to convince little girls to not commit acts of violence than it is little boys, especially if you only a mother and they ain't got no father. All they gonna do is react. All they know is to react the way they know their mother react to their bullshit, they bullcrap, the stuff that they do. She get angry, she might smack them upside the head, or she might just immediately result whooping their ass. That's what they gonna do. They gonna go through life with that chip on their shoulder, quick to anger. Man, I ain't gonna keep pulling precepts. It's a precept for that. Was that on that article? Read a little bit more.
MNP said a Ford Fusion with Thatcher in the passenger seat and his 19-year-old relative in the driver's seat.
Jump down to the next paragraph.
At some point during the transaction, police said it went bad. Shots were fired by both parties. Hatcher was fatally hit while his 19-year-old relative sustained a non-life-threatening gunshot.
Stop right there. This ain't no random stranger. This is 19-year-old relative. This is literally his brother. He unalived his brother for no reason, for guns. That's not a reason. Regardless of what was said, it said they had a dispute. So if they had a dispute, that just go back to what I was talking about with men talking about Jordan and LeBron versus children talking about Jordan and LeBron. They had a dispute. One brother didn't like what the other brother said until the other brother shot the other brother. That's why it's important that we catch them young and we implant in them that they need to love each other, teach them the laws, statutes, and commandments. It's cool that we know it, but we gonna die, and then the next generation is gonna be required to teach the next generation after that. But if we don't teach them nothing, if we live in the law, we living in the truth and say F them kids, you know what's gonna happen? Them kids gonna grow up and they're gonna say F the world. And they're gonna burn it. You can kill that. Was we reading again? Deuteronomy? We can drop that. Let's go to Deuteronomy 30 and 1. No, no. Go to Psalm 78 and 5. Y'all gonna hear a whole bunch of repetition, but that's legitimately all that this class is. It's stressing the importance of talking to our children. It's great to beat your child, bro. Don't ever let nobody tell you that whooping kids is bad. But you also do have to talk to your children. Don't let whooping them be the only discipline they receive. If you see them acting weird, start talking to them, and don't just I'm cool, it's nothing, and then you don't feel like dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? They said they cool. As a parent, we hope our children are okay. We hope they cool, but we can't just let them telling us that they cool be the truth. We need to find out that they actually cool. We need to be involved. The scripture said the father loses sleep for his daughter. You got to be there about your sons too. Men have to be there about their sons and their daughters, and women have to be there about their sons and their daughters. Be in their business. They children. You know, my mom used to tell me, I had a pager, I had a beeper. She bought me that beeper so that I can, no matter where I'm at, if I needed to, she needed to talk to me. I knew she needed to talk to me. I could reach back to her. I can get in touch with her. She could reach out to me and let me know I need to be either at a location where she can come and get me, or I can talk to her, call her on the phone so you can hear I'm still alive. She didn't care about what I was doing and who my friends was and who house I'm at or what none of that. I don't decide when I'm gonna talk to her. I don't decide when I'm gonna call her. I don't decide when I'm gonna come home. I'm a child. I don't decide what shoes I'm gonna wear. I'm a child. Your children don't make decisions. They don't decide how they want their hair to be. They don't decide what clothes they're gonna wear. They don't decide what shoes they're gonna wear, where they're gonna go, what athletic sports they're gonna participate in, what extracurricular activities they participate. They don't decide nothing. You decide for them because the world wants to take advantage of your child, and they're gonna creep it in whenever you're not around. The easiest way to get you not around is make your child do a whole bunch of activities that you ain't there to monitor. We're gonna put this coach in. This coach gonna train your children. You making that face? I'm gonna tell you a story. This really happened. We was in Alabama. Y'all brothers remember? We was in Alabama, right? And brother was talking about a situation where a brother murdered his coach because his coach was sleeping with his wife in his house. He found out about it. He murdered his coach. Now he in prison. That's what happens when you're not around. The coach is doing some weird stuff. Now it's a grown man. Imagine we doing with children. I ain't never seen SVU. I like SVU because it exposes the real demons that's out there. It ain't just TV show demons. There's really sick, trifling pedophiles out there. There's really sick, trifling people, men and women that do outlandish, heinous things to children. Those people really exist. And it's important that we talk about it and we protect our children from it. We gotta train up our children so that they know what to look for. If an adult start acting like this, they start asking you type of questions, you call me. You got to be available to answer the phone. You got to make sure if they can't get to you because of your slavery or whatever, then you need to have a plan B and a plan C. So they got somebody they can call for help because they are in danger. We have to protect our children because what happens if we don't protect our children in them situations, they turn out to be alternative lifestyle. They turn out to be homosexual. They turn out to be rapists. They turn out to take advantage of people because somebody took advantage of them and nobody was there to protect them when they needed to be protected. They turn away from the Most High. Good.
Right, yeah. Sit down and show like how to get the president because everybody that they kept locking up, either pastors, political figures, or they work in politics, and they wasn't like they know they still in politics, or they were law enforcement, or just a local pastor. They look
Exactly.
to them because these are people that what how it goes.
Exactly. Now you're seeing the truth. These ain't just random bums off the streets. These are people who got good renown, people who no one would suspect would do that thing because they got a good reputation. That reputation is only good because nobody know what they really doing. And you ain't there to answer the call when your baby is in danger. You ain't training your baby to know where to see the signs of the danger before it even happened to him. Right? Where we at? You got that verse?
Okay.
Good.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 78, verse 5. For he established.
Check on everybody, make sure everybody here.
All argument on parchment have it.
Good.
For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children.
We have to make them known to our children. Keep going.
Verse 6. That the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children.
And declare them to their children. That's the most important part. That we all worry about leaving legacy behind for our children, inheritance for our children. The only thing that matters that we leave to our children is how to serve the Most High, how to be okay without us being here. Your job as a parent is to prepare your children for life without you. You about to say something? Oh, yeah. Your job is to prepare your children for life without you. One day you're not gonna be here, so you ain't gonna be there to correct them. You need to make sure that they know that they need to walk this way. If you go that way, you're gonna get hit by a car. You go that way, you're gonna get hit by a bus. You need to go this way. Because when you die, they're gonna still have children. You can work on their babies too, but eventually you're gonna die. But they'll still be here, Lord willing, they'll still be here to train up their children. And then they'll train up their children. That's how you fix us. You gotta remove the sin, but we have to be the generation that starts it. The last generation didn't do it. All of us are examples of that they failed. They all failed us. So what we have to do is we have to be the ones to make the change. Don't be the person that says, well, I've been eating pork my whole life and ain't nothing bad happened to me. Not you, because the Lord ain't targeting you. He's targeting those that's going to come after. White supremacy ain't targeting you. White supremacy is targeting those that come after. Keep reading.
Verse 7. That they might set their hope in God and not forget the works of God, but keep his commandments.
We want them to keep his commandments. Our job is to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, but it's also for our children to learn to do the same. So that when they become adults, they teach their children become adults, they teach their children. What that does, that's creating a wall around our whole nation. White people can't get in. Heathen races can't get in. They can't influence us. Because how we live is by what the Lord said to do. and the heathen can't get in. That's where Solomon went wrong. Solomon was the most prosperous king in the earth, in the history of the earth. And he went off because he let heathen women convince him to build altars to their gods. So to appease them women, he started worshiping their gods and tried to marry us to their gods. Solomon was raised the right way. He knew the right way to go. He knew the right way to be. But once his father died and he was on his own, left to his own device with all that power, he was influenced by women. But it's his fault. It's their fault too, obviously. But the Lord didn't tell them don't go and entice Solomon. Solomon was supposed to be prepared. We was talking about earlier about it being in your mind first. He seen them heathen women, and she bad. I'm the king. I can have her. And so he took her. And then from that, all Israel fell. We went right back into captivity. Babylon came and we were divided. Babylon came and seized Jerusalem, burned our temple to the ground. You got white people. That's the worst about it. You got our number one enemy, the number one haters of Israel on the sideline talking about raising to the ground. They ain't even got no involvement in what Babylon got doing with us. They just see it happening and they came to support. That's MAGA for you right there with ICE. They support it. They ain't gonna do it themselves, but yeah, they definitely are in support of the brothers being taken. Go ahead.
So what you just said. So the brothers that say no, like a woman is married or have a husband, and they still choose to be with them. Is that like basically what the other person talked about earlier, like when they choose to do that, then they gonna be in the hellfire?
Yes. What comes after that? What's gonna happen if you meet a woman and she's married to a brother, and even if she's going, what's gonna happen when her husband find out?
If you talk to that woman,
Hmm.
you're gonna lie, y'all.
That's the hellfire. Go ahead.
This is where Brother thought he was saying.
Hmm.
He said that when I was raised on white.
They hate it. They can't stand it.
He said his cousin had went and was messing with a white woman who was married. White man pulled up, her husband pulled up, and somehow him and his dog had beat the brake shoes off his dog. He had his dog biting him and he was beating him up.
See?
And the dog bit off some of his fingers.
Man.
And then fast forward, he was in the hospital like 3 weeks. Come on, fast forward. They did the brother got attacked by that same dog. Well, guess why?
Mm.
He went back over that white woman's house.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's the hellfire. In this case, the hellfire was it wasn't just what he went through. It was the fact that nigga just didn't learn. He didn't learn the first time. That woman would never see me again. First of all, you didn't tell me that it was like this, and I walked my ass back into the situation. Bro, hold on. Is there a precept for that? When you commit sin, what is it? Damn. After you learn the truth and you commit sin, then the punishment is 7 times worse. I'm paraphrasing. Y'all know what I'm talking about? But that's a it's a precept for exactly what you just described, bro. That's what happens. Niggas commit sin, then they go back and commit the same sin again. After you done learned the truth, you saw what happened to you. The Lord judged you before. That was him winking compared to what he about to do to you now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Zabak. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 32.
Let's go to Proverbs 6. When we just in Proverbs 6? Oh, okay. So look. Proverbs 6 and what?
And 32.
Good.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 32.
All right. Proverbs 6:32. But whoso committed adultery with a woman lacketh understanding.
Mhm.
He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul.
You see, the nigga. Oh, read verse 34.
Okay. Verse 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore he would not spare the day of vengeance.
That man, that white man, was jealous because his rib was getting her back blew out by a black man. So he got his dog involved, and he had no mercy when he took his vengeance. That nigga left with no fingers in the hospital. And what happened? And he got messed up again. You see? You see? That's what that is. The jealousy, for jealousy is the rage of a man. Go ahead.
He had hurt him this time. Probably about what?
Oh, so that's judgment from the Lord. So that's the hellfire. That's judgment from the Lord because out of nowhere, that already bit his fingers off and everything. She brought the dog back. That already attacked him. He's stupid. He's stupid. That nigga's dumb. Go ahead. Let's go to Baruch one. I ain't got the apocrypha up here. I'll pull it up on my phone. I'm too wild. Go ahead. You got it.
I think the precept you was talking about, like this, but you probably talking about spirits, demons leave and come back.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I was thinking of the wrong context then. Yeah, it's like 1 and 18. Start at verse 17.
This is the book of the Luke, chapter 1, verse 17. I can have it. For we have sinned before the Lord. Verse 18. And disobeyed him. We have not hearkened to the voice of the Lord our God.
Hold on. Think, sis, you got it?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead. We're gonna wait for you. Baruch 1 and 18. Start at 17. Yeah, so sister's gonna be the wrong. Make sure she there. Go.
You can tell that the mother made her think like I really believe a lot of people heard children wasn't good person because you got 32 years of you, 30% of you, 7 of you, like any of the things from my country, good food has good,
Yeah. That goes back to the parable of the wife of the husband, the bridegroom, and the 10 brides. 5 of them had oil in their lamps. 5 of them didn't, but they both groups knew that the bridegroom was coming. They just didn't know when. So half of them knew I need to make sure I'm prepared. The other half they said, "Well, I see him when I see him," and they got left. That's a crazy story, bro. That's that nigga. His fingers bit off by a dog, and then he messing. First of all, why he tell her to even come to his house? Why is he talking to her still after being hospitalized? And go ahead. Nah, he ain't want to see them. He ain't want no smoke with the husband. Hey, Kabash, want help the sister real quick. Help her find Baruch. He ain't want no smoke with her husband. But that's what happened, though, man. See, you out here committing adultery against the Lord. The Lord ain't gonna punish that white man. I'm sure he got away with all that. His dog can get put down. You ain't breaking, and brother ain't breaking into the house or nothing. He really had a case. He really could have pressed charges on this man for this dog situation because he didn't be in here nothing. That dog could have been put to death, but that didn't happen. Lord wasn't with that nigga. You out here having sex with dogs, getting bit up by dogs. It's all kind of crazy shenanigans going on. You got it?
No.
Go ahead.
Romans chapter 1. For we have sinned before the Lord.
Mhm.
Verse 18. And disobeyed him, and have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our God, to walk in the commandments that he gave us open.
Gave them to us openly, right? That us is talking about all of Israel, right? Keep going. What was that it on that? Okay, come. Yeah, see, so that voice he gave, the commandments he gave to all of Israel openly. We knew what we were supposed to be doing. We've always known what we were supposed to be doing, but if we don't train up the children that come after us, then we ain't never gonna get out of captivity. We're gonna stay in captivity. There's one in Deuteronomy.
Like,
Yeah, God, the water. Go to Deuteronomy 30 and 1 real quick. 'Cause this is the reward. It's real fast. It's real easy to get this reward. Y'all hate white people like I hate white people, right? Y'all hate the oppression that we suffer. It's like I hate the oppression that we suffer, right? Every day we gotta stay in the truth, and every day you gotta see brothers fail at life and get oppressed and suffer things that we don't have to suffer because we in the truth, and you try to teach them, but they won't take it. Y'all hate that, right? Well, so does the Lord. And there's a flip that's gonna come when we do the thing that we supposed to do. When we teach the truth, learn the truth, and teach it to our children, and then they start teaching to their children, and they teach to their children, then the flip happens. You got that? Go ahead.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 1. I'll argue you our prophet can have it.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curse,
Mm-hmm.
which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
Whenever we, no matter where we scattered, serve the Most High the way He told us to, which includes teaching our children, and then they do it, and they teach their children, and so on and so forth. Keep going.
Verse 2. And shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
All that I command thee this day. So not just the law, statutes, and commandments, but everything that we were commanded to do. Keep going.
Thou and thy children.
Who?
Thou and thy children.
Thou and thy children. What's going to happen after this is predicated that we do it and our children do it. Keep going.
Thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. That then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath scattered thee.
That's the turning point. That's when it's going to flip. After that happens, we get the kingdom, and then they get the oppression. They get the curses. Now, obviously, like verse was it 28 and 53, I think it talks about eating our children. We're not gonna let that happen. We're not gonna be eating their children. But as far as like the suffering under taxation, usury, uh everything that's reasonable in the punishments of the law of the curses, they're gonna experience them things. Let's drop that. Let's go to 1 Kings 8 and 46. Good. Okay. No, you can ask your question now. Brothers got turned to it.
Okay, we go home. Am I right to saying that, or that would be out?
You're not wrong. Hold if y'all got kings, hold kings. Go to Proverbs 31. Wait, is that in Proverbs 31? Keepers in the home? That's in Timothy and Titus. Let's go to Titus 2 and 3. Hold Timothy, y'all. We're gonna come back there. We gotta go to Titus. I'm sorry, yeah, hold Kings. The water. Let's go to Titus 2 and 5.
I don't think I'm kind of famous, you know. Nowadays, like some shit, people can wait, everybody want some shit like that. Some of them know that, but what, I think maybe I'm trying to see that I can.
Real quick.
Deals, all this going on.
Real quick, if I could. What you're saying right now is an example of what I was just talking about earlier about the sin starting in your mind, the battle. That's why that's sin in your mind, because you can't have sex with her. You can't do nothing with her. All you can do is look at her and lust after her. That's why you're committing the sin in your mind. That's why Christ said that. Good.
Man, you have a conversation about slavery. I was like, man, the first 2 times music cool and all, but he is a sick individual for having the only fan that should.
Who?
It should. It's secure.
I ain't know that. That's trifling.
Well, I take 20 verse 1, like, all right, cool people. But then I hear, I knew he had only stuff. I didn't know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I hear that he's on there blowing to his back up. I'm like, why in the world, even if y'all in a relationship, why you want the old girl to see that? You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's precepts on that too. Exposing your nakedness, exposing another man's nakedness, and it's a lot of them. Shit, whoring out the daughters of Zion. Uh, uh, yeah, it's a bunch, man. It's hella precepts on that. That's trifling. Why would you even do that though? Why? I never understood that. So even in the world, I never was the type to like. I want my woman to look good when she with me, obviously, but bitch got some clothes on. It's a lot. I'm not, let alone making porn with her. That's crazy, bro. That's trifling. What was that, Titus? Let's go there.
Book of Titus chapter 2, verse 5. To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
Keepers at home, right? What the brother was asking about. Ask your question again, brother.
Like, for my movie, not for me to say what it's like for me to say that, man, they like, help us to go in back then, and now, so like, easy for you to do, talk like this.
Stop right there. In the confines of her own home, what's there? What's in her home?
Home is,
Who's there?
like, we, father,
You. Her man is there. Her husband is there. So there's no her on the phone. Keeping a keeper of the home not just only means keeping up the home, but it really means your mind, your spirit is locked into your home. Everything that's in your home, your man is in your home. So you ain't on the internet looking at other men, talking to other men, messaging them in the DMs and all that. You ain't doing all of that because your mind is in the home. Ain't nothing wrong with getting on the internet and scrolling and looking at stuff. Crafts. On TikTok, they literally got it's called STEM. It ain't nothing but science. I'm 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 a nerd. I ain't gonna lie. I'm all on that. But it don't gotta be that. They got TikTok channels that's nothing but arts and crafts. It's just like making stuff. There's channels dedicated to nothing but that. There's channels dedicated to nothing but cooking. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be you have to choose in your mind that you're not gonna look for the lustful shit that's on TikTok, on the internet, all on your phone. You know what I'm saying? There's positive things out there, right? But the battle starts in your mind. That's what again what I was saying before. You're committing sin by even thinking about the thing. Because you're not that sister ain't actively going out and having sex with that brother on that she's seeing on the phone, that she's thinking about messaging, but the fact that she's even considering messaging, that's the sin. That makes sense? Good.
like, we, I play counsel to you to a lot of stuff and see the point like that's the change. You the whole how you thought one you think about putting forward
Mm-hmm.
like you got brothers they about to about to rob other people, like they see this stuff on social media, then they and like next thing, then they go be cool with people in wow. Same night.
Let me tell you, we were talking about the hellfire, right, of not obeying the Lord. There's a law about coveting. Obviously, it's in the Ten Commandments, right? Y'all know that there's a brother that was in here as an artist, and because his art wasn't being recognized, he wasn't getting seen the way he thought he felt like he should be. That nigga ended up in a psych ward. Nigga went nuts. That's the hellfire. Coveting something that the Lord didn't plan for you to have. It wasn't for you to have. Now that nigga ain't even the truth no more. He chasing a fool's grin. And you don't hear nothing about this nigga. So obviously it didn't work out there. That's the hellfire. It's locked. Yeah, that's a good precept. What was we at? Kings? Go back to Kings. I told you to hold it. Oh, you got it? No sweat. We in Kings 8 and 46. Again, we're talking about the solution to the problem, the solution to what's wrong with blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. The problem is that we oppressed. The problem is that we're killing each other. We hate each other. We don't love each other. The problems are many, but the solution is one thing, one simple thing. Technically, you could say two if you want to be weird about it and divide the scriptures, but all of it culminates into one thing. You got that? Good.
This is the book of First Kings, chapter 8, verse 46.
Mhm.
All Achium and all fucking had. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not,
Mhm.
and thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy, so that they carry them away captives unto the land of the enemy, fair or far or near.
Right. So this is talking about the Most High. If the Most High be angry with us and he sends an enemy to us to take us and carry us away captive, keep going.
Verse 47. Yet, if they shall bethink themselves
What does this mean? Oh, well, it'll tell you. Keep going.
in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent,
And do what?
and repent.
Repent means turning away from the sin that we committed. Meaning, when we stop not teaching our children as well as teaching ourselves, the adults of us, when we stop not doing that, keep going.
And repent, and make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captives.
Meaning that, like here we are in America, we ain't sacrificing chickens or pigeons or turtles and stuff, oxen, right? The supplication is your suffering. You're the sacrifice now. Your life, your fun, your enjoyment, indulgement in the world, engaging with the heathen cultures and stuff. That's the sacrifice that you making for the Lord. Keep going.
We have sinned. It's like saying, we have sinned and have done perversely.
Mm-hmm.
We have committed wickedness.
Keep going.
Verse 48. And so return unto thee with their hearts and with all their soul in the land of their enemies, which led them away captive, and pray unto thee towards their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, the city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name.
What that sin right there is when we acknowledge that we've committed sin, we stop committing the sin, and then we turn and face the east. If you ever wonder why, this is not the only verse, but it's a bunch of reasons why. Verses that tell us to do it. But this is another reason why we turn and face the east right here. Because literally you just said when we turn and pray toward where the Lord put his name at, means in Jerusalem. Keep going.
Verse 49. Then hear thou their prayer and their supplication in heaven, thy dwelling place, and maintain their cause.
Keep going.
Verse 50. And forgive thy people that have sinned against thee, and all their transgressions, wherein they have transgressed against thee, and give them compassion before them who carried them captive,
Mhm.
that they may have compassion on them.
So that's the solution. When we turn and face the east after having learned the law, taught the law to our children, and established for them to do the same to their children, then we turn and face the east. We serve the Lord. We make ourselves an acceptable sacrifice for him. We suffer for him. Then he'll turn our captivity. It don't stop until then, though. Until then, the heathen ain't gonna have mercy on us. The Lord ain't gonna have mercy on us in front of the heathen. Our baby's still gonna die. They gonna still kill each other. We gonna die. We gonna get killed by them. It's gonna happen. You gonna end up in a damn home because your children don't give a damn about you because all they care about is themselves. Because all you cared about was them. You didn't care about the Lord when you was raising them. You cared about them. And so while you caring about them, your children is raised messed up. So when you get old and it's time to take care of you, they're not gonna do what they're supposed to do, what the scriptures tell them to do. Scriptures say, honor thy father and mother. How are you honoring your father and your mother by putting them in a corner and leaving them to die? That's not honoring them. But if you raise them the way the Lord told you to, you wouldn't end up in the home. So the solution to all the problems, it starts with us. We have to fix ourselves. And then we have to take it upon ourselves to fix our children. Y'all heard us saying it takes a village. That's why it takes a village. Because the village is supposed to protect the youth from the outside of the village influence, everything that's outside the village that wants to take hold of your children, to turn them into sodomites, to turn them into to gangbangers, to drug dealers, strippers, prostitutes. OnlyFans is crazy, bro. Y'all know OnlyFans originally was made for artists. It was literally made for you to build your work portfolio, and then people pay to see your subscription to see your portfolio. So if you made art, no matter if it was video art, like drawings, paintings, you could build your whole portfolio and charge people. That cut the museum out. They cut the whole middleman out. They pay you. Obviously, you pay the OnlyFans site, but they pay you. The owner of OnlyFans, the inventor of it, he went and had a whole lawsuit with his board because his board said, "Well, we're making billions off this porn." So he took a buyout. He went ahead and let them continue. He had a problem with them using OnlyFans to make porn, to sell porn, instead of what he intended for it to be used for. And they offered him a whole bunch of money. He was a devil, so you expect that to happen. You didn't expect him to say something about it, though. You didn't expect him to care because he's making a bunch of money off of it. Once he started realizing that his vision was dead, and they offered him more money than what his vision, he felt like his vision was worth, he shut up and allowed it to happen. We'll deal with it. All right. We're gonna go one more though. We're gonna end it. Let's go to what?
This is something about the children and, being obedient. Okay, so if you, like, more people, like, a lot of people, they have children, and when they children,
Go to second Esdras 14 and 13.
they probably like, most most children live with their mother or whatever, or their father, if they have a disagreement with one of the parents, and then the, they have the disagreement with one of the parents, and they like being real disobedient to their parents, or they like downing their parents, that causes the child to be, the child, who will get punished? Will the child get punished for being disobedient to the parents
Yeah,
that they dislike?
yeah, but you know whose responsibility is to punish that child?
The other parents?
Both parents. Both parents are responsible. My baby mama can't tell me that my son is acting up and misbehaving, and I don't go and do nothing about it. I don't go handle it. She can't. I can't tell her that my son is saying X, Y, and Z about her. My son can't tell her that I'm saying X, Y, and Z about her behind her back to him. You don't ever do that. Regardless of how bad of a father he is, how bad of a mother she is, you don't ever put in your child that it's okay to think that way about their parent. because you don't know that they not gonna change later on. They might really see that I've been messing up as a parent, and they might change their mind and decide I want to be a good build a good relationship with my children, and you know what I'm saying, have a good life with my child. But if they been allowed to be evil towards them, the children been allowed to hear evil being spoken to them, and they start treating them that way, then it's never gonna happen.
You, um, a woman, and we see another woman, you make, can we speak up on it?
You should. You definitely should.
Or
The scriptures say, "I suffer not suffer." What does it say? How's it worded? Suffer not sin upon our brother. Is that what it say? Yeah, that's you don't allow that to happen. If you see a person talking bad to their child, you say something about it. We owe responsibility to children to protect children, even from their parents.
even if it's like teenage or long,
Children.
just the children.
No, like anybody under 21, technically, according to the law, under 21, you can't go to war until you're 21. So you're a child until you're 21. So under 21, we have to protect children. And it's important that we protect people that's 18. People don't think they'll think of them as children, 18 to 20, 18, 19, and 20. People don't see them as children. They say, well, you grown now. They're not grown. They don't know nothing about life. That's when you make the most mistakes in your life is in your 20s.
And what about like grown adults that put their parents first?
You're supposed to speak up because you're supposed to defend the elderly. That was the problem with when we was walking out of Egypt. We had the elderly and the sick and the weak in the back. And that's why they were able to be attacked though, because the heathen came behind us and got to them good.
What a parent, absolutely.
Then you tell the old person, how does it go? There's a precept for that too. Uh, I'm paraphrasing, but you don't have no respect to the age. I forget how it go.
Extreme age.
Yeah, you don't have respect of persons to them just because they old don't mean that they get to be mistreat people. But you gotta be mindful. What you view as disrespect needs to be put in perspective. You can't just view every time a old person say something to you, yell at you, or tell you that you wrong, that's them being disrespectful toward you. You need to sometimes we need to shut up and listen to people that's older. Sometimes they know what they're talking about. A lot of times they know what they're talking about. You might not like how they delivered the message to you, but what they're saying is factual. It's true. It's from experience. You just got to consider whether or not they was in the truth when they spoke it to you. Because nigga in the world old as hell might take something different than a nigga that's old as hell that's in the truth. Go ahead, read that precept and get your question, sis.
Ecclesiastes chapter 42 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish,
Mm-hmm.
and the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young.
Exactly. Don't be ashamed to conform to what word to use.
Inform.
Inform them. Don't be ashamed to inform them. Meaning, don't be ashamed to tell them that they're wrong. Go to your parents and tell them that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. But you don't say it like that. You say it in a respectful manner because they're still your mother and your father. They don't mean that they never gonna learn what they need to be talking about. But right now they don't know what they're talking. Good.
I was saying because like I have a patient and I think well her daughter talks to her in that matter that she shouldn't be talking to her. And but she grown is like and I see like they say things about their mother. Mhm. But it's her child, but it's grown out like
It's your job, right?
like
It's your job.
mhm,
So that mean that old person is your responsibility.
mhm.
You have to protect that old person from them, from their family. That's your responsibility. They're in your protection. They're in your care, right? You're a caregiver. What is care? Protection. Now, I'm not saying you go and whoop the daughter, but you definitely speak up, say something about it. And if you, I mean, it matters about how much you really want to put into that, because that really can go deep. You can go talk to other family and let them know that this is what's going on, and you worried about this older woman's health, her safety, because it's not good for old people to be stressed at all. You know, it's a whole slew. It's a whole rabbit hole you can go down on that topic specifically. But we supposed to protect the old people just like we're supposed to protect the children. It's not no different. You're not supposed to just let anything happen to the elderly of us. That's the most dishonorable shit ever. When people put their father and their mother in a home, that's evil as hell. When you just leave them in the corner to die. The scriptures say that when you take care of your father, you laying up treasures for the not treasure. You laying up you you're making sacrifices for sins that you ain't even committed yet. I'm paraphrasing, but that's the point that it's making. When you take care of your father in his old age, that you're making sacrifices for sins that you ain't even committed yet.
Me, I think it like with one of my patients, I think it like she don't need to live by herself, but she now feel it, now feel it. I think they just like I said, we want to deal with the chick. So we're not gonna put our home, we want with the chick.
That's evil. They're denying her around the clock 24-hour care. That's evil. In your field, you should talk to Officer Nashak about that. Maybe General Hyman, but in your field, I believe that gives y'all authority to speak up. Y'all can get her automatically put in a situation where she can be taken care of. They'll just take her check. Her family can't do nothing about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going through here, like, script.
Go ahead.
It says, chronic heavy stress can shorten a person's lifespan by approximately 2 to 3 years. This accelerate biological aging and cellular levels such as speeding up the shortening of telomeres, which are the protective calcium chromosomes.
So you really killing old people at a cellular level, bruh. That's evil as hell. That's the Lord is not with that. Don't ever do that to your your father, your mother, your uncle, whoever. Don't put them in a home and leave them. Now, if they need to be there because they need to be taken care of, that's different. They need around the clock care. Yeah, put them in there. Don't deny them that. They need that care. Don't be selfish. I want them with me. Don't do that. Because I got a friend of mine. He don't want his granny in the home, but she needs around the clock care, and he can't not live his life. He got children. He got 4 kids. He can't not be there for his children because he worried about having to take care of his grandmother. She's got good insurance. She gets a check. She's straight, and he can always go and visit her. She needs to be in the home because she needs around the clock care. Either that or hire somebody that's gonna live in there and take care of her. One of the two has to happen. So don't be selfish either. Deny them care. But if you can avoid putting them in a home, if you don't have to do it, don't do it. Let them. My goal personally, what I want for my life, I want to buy some land, build the house I'm gonna die in. I want to die in the house that I built with my own hands. That's my whole life's work. I've been working towards my whole life. That's why I can do all of the trade skills I learned solely is for that purpose. I don't want much from life. That's all I want. I want a little plot of land that's mine. I want to build me a house. I want to die in that motherfucker. That's it. That's all I want. I would hate that. I would pray that my children don't hate me enough to deny me that. I get old and senile and I get on their nerves and they tired of wiping my ass and changing my diaper. And so they put me in a home. And I die in a damn hospital bed. I would hate that. So don't do that to your elders. Don't do that to the brothers, your family. Don't do them like that. Unless they need that. Unless they need that around the clock care and can't nobody else do it. Then do it. Do it.
I've been in healthcare for not about 21. I've been in healthcare 22 years, and I know like even if they do need around the clock care, they will have somebody come to their house in the morning and in the evening. I know because I do it every day.
Right.
But I just don't. It just like I try not to get my feelings involved because I know that this woman is around the clock here, but it's like y'all people that stay in a home knowing that they not supposed to be like that just for a check. We it is another patient like it just frustrates me a lot. Another patient like her both of her daughters do hair and her hair is netted with crazy and not do her hair. But it just makes me get in my feelings sometimes because like I have grandparents, I have a mother and all that and I look at these people like that, like my mom had a 4 bedroom house and she her last couple of years, she came to live with me and I took care of my mom. My mom had a 4 bedroom house, but she moved in with me. And I took care of my mom until she can put that she died.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You, what you're, General Muhammad said that there's something in the truth that you can't really be taught it. You have to have it. It's compassion. That's the only way you can stay here. You can come in here, you can pretend it. You have to have it, or you ain't gonna stay. That's what that is. Feeling for other brothers and sisters, feeling you're taking what we're teaching you in here, and it's real life application. That's why the knowledge is practical and it's universal. You're taking it there. You're learning what you should do here, and then applying it to the rest of your life out there. That's how it's supposed to be done. That's how you're supposed to do this. That's how you're supposed to be. That's what really being in the truth is. Living in the truth. You feeling something for that situation, you really, if it was me, you should get counseling on it. I'm not gonna tell you what you should do, but if it was me, what I would do is I would see what avenues I could go through to make sure that sister gets taken care of. I wouldn't just leave it to, well, I'm just gonna just hope the Lord, figure something out for her. No, that's what Christians do. We protect people. General Muhammad said that right now, everybody wants somebody to save them. And until our Savior can come, we have to be strong and be saviors for the people who need a hero. We're heroes for them. You're a hero for her, right? We'll get a precept real quick on that. Go to Second Esdras, chapter 14 and 13. You got that? Go ahead.
Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 13. All Akim and all Akim have it.
Call it out again.
Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people.
Then correct our people. Set our house in order and correct our people. Keep going.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble.
That sister is in trouble. You owe a responsibility to her to comfort her, because her family don't love her. You do. You have to. Keep going.
And renounce corruption.
And renounce the corruption that she's experiencing from her children. Keep going.
Verse 14. Let go from the immortal
From
thoughts.
thee. Let go from thee.
Let go from the mortal thoughts that cast away the burdens of men.
Cast away the burdens of man. Don't let you having to take care of her in whatever mind state she's in, because she's old and she's in that situation. Don't let that trouble you. Don't let having to take care of her weighing on your spirit and make you not want to love her, not care about her. Some days gonna be hard, some days ain't gonna be hard. But you don't change how you treat her. Keep going.
Put off now the weak nature.
And put off that weak ass nature. Don't be weak. Be strong for her. We all want a hero. So if we know somebody needs a hero, you don't get to be weak. You got to be strong for that person that need a hero. That applies to our children, our sick husbands, our sick wives, our sick brothers, and our sick sisters, no matter what age. We have to be heroes for them. We have to be strong so that they can be weak. And while they're being weak, and we're almost like while we're being strong, we're teaching them how to be strong so that one day they can be strong. That's the solution. Anybody got any question? Everybody's well. And with that, I pass the class off to Officer Kabashwa.
All right, this is the ISUPK security now. We are the ISUPK, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange. After 6 months, If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is the commandment, found in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teach the priest fund, free will offering, priest, not mandatory. Whatever sort of amount you would like of coming holy convocations. The feast of first fruits will be Sunday, May 31st, found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 27 to 32. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or war scarf. And with that, men of Israel, Amaju, it means stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amaju Bat, Amaju, Barak, Yajim Mata, Sar, turn face to sister, Amaju, means stand. All right, all men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sister. All men of Israel, Amaju Bat, Amaju, Barak, all right, Amaju, that's a lot. Yajim Mata, Sar, dismiss.
Hey, Shalom Israel. It's Nashville, Tennessee. We hosting the Blackout Cookout under Commander General Yohana, man. The ISUPK is inviting Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. July the 2nd through the 5th. You gotta be here. If you're not here, you're not trying to black this city out, because we are. Shalom.
Every time I hear about it, I just think they coming. And then now I feel like they not. I keep on getting mad about that. And I feel like they not even coming. And now we over there setting up on what it
Oh,
nobody coming to the cookout.
why you say that?
Because they talking about work.
Nah, man, don't think like that, man. Look, it's Thursday, scripture breakdown. You know, my Hyman coming down here. He gonna be at the school teaching from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then after that, it's game night. Everybody gonna be at the school playing all kind of different games, Uno, PlayStation, Street Fighter, all that, right? Brother's gonna step out after that, but then Friday, we're gonna be feeding people from 10 to 2. We're gonna feed our people at J.C. Napier in university. So we're gonna do a food and clothing drive. After that, family day. On top of during family day, also we're gonna have a sisters tea party. So everybody's coming to that. And at the family day, it's gonna be bowling, movies. It's gonna be a restaurant in there, arcade, and that's just the starter. Saturday is the cookout, the blackout cookout. It's at 1 o'clock to 6. Everybody coming down here.
Oh, sir, I'm very happy now.
You good?
I'm very happy now.
That's what's up, man. Let's go help our brothers, all right?
All right, come on.
All right, my man.
Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide. There's a ride on the spaceship.